I hear some things about it, but I personally am not too hopeful when it comes to any kind of solutions that lie within the system of man's law at all. I just don't think there's any legitimacy to it to begin with. Natural law is the only inherently legitimate authority or law in the universe, and until man obeys that, good luck with any other solution. Until people understand that that's what governs whether we are free or not, and we start aligning our behavior according to those laws of morality, freedom is not possible. Cannot ever be acquired. It cannot ever be manifested. So
the other follow that.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. All of man's law is based on moral relativism, which goes against natural law in most of the time. So all of man's law is basically either redundant or it is can be completely thrown out because it's not in harmony with natural law. If it is, that means it's redundant, and therefore you don't need to state it, write it down. It's already in effect. You're already bound by it. And if it's not in harmony with natural law, it can't legitimately be binding on anybody, so it should be ignored. Most of the laws we have now are out of harmony with natural law, or man's laws. So, it's always been illegitimate to begin with. Government's never been legitimate. Man's law is not something that is legitimate because it's based on the concept of authority and the coercion of the state and the lack of the respect for self-ownership of other individuals. It's based in collectivism, it's based in coercion, it's based in violence, and therefore it's not in harmony with natural law. So, I mean, not saying I don't have some respect for the will that some of these people put together to come up with the ideas to do some of these systems. I just think ultimately they're spinning their wheels because they're still going to a system that is based in authority to basically ask for their, permission in some form, when it comes to sovereigns. If you're going and filling out paperwork by somebody and that's, asking somebody to respect your sovereignty, well, you're basically saying they have the ability to either respect that or not respect it. So is that really you thinking that you're sovereign? So I mean, that's why I don't really subscribe to the free man on the land movements or the common law grand jury movements in general. If it's going through a system that is based in man's law in any way, as far as I'm concerned, there's not really legitimacy to it. I think we're already sovereign. See, I don't need anybody's consent to agree that I'm a sovereign being, that I own myself, that I am not a slave of another. It doesn't make a difference how many people say that I am, how many people say that I'm not. The eternal truth is that we are sovereign entities, the end. And it can never be otherwise. It can never actually be made any other way than that. It's only all of man's law is just of jurisdiction, is a claim of authority. So I say, why bother convening grand jury this or that or the other thing? It's all about take your sovereignty. It's your possession. It's not anybody else's possession to take, to take away from you. We have to stand up and take actual real world action to say, we are not going to take this anymore. We're not going to accept all this corruption. We're not going to accept all these laws that are constraining our freedom. It has to be taken. Freedom is taken. It's either kept or it's taken away. And it's been taken away, and now we need to take it. Take back what is rightfully ours. I mean, I understand that that's strong words, that's strong language. That's the only way I really know how to put it openly in a conversational way, is to say it outright. There is no legitimate authority. There is no legitimacy to man's law. Anybody working within that system is working within something that's illegitimate.